The Royal Motor Yacht Club Port Hacking is a hidden gem of the Shire, situated on the banks of the beautiful Port Hacking. It's a great place to catch up with friends, celebrate your birthday or any special occasion, and they always show the NRL live on the big screens. The RMYC Port Hacking, proud sponsors of this podcast and big supporters of the Cronulla Sharks. Check out their website, rmycph.com.au. They've got a Facebook page, or you could go old school and call them on 02 9523 9300.
SharkCast! SharkCast! Fafita tries to crash his way over, he does! Fafita got the ball over the line!
And to all you people back in the Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.
Hey there, welcome to SharkCast Pod, a podcast dedicated to the greatest sporting club in the history of the world, the mighty Cronulla Sharks. This short, sharp review of the Round 2 2025 North Queensland v Cronulla Sharks game is brought to you by Dyson Logistics, the Royal Motor Yacht Club in Port Hacking, and Jason Hawes at Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. My name is Sam Shinazzi, OG 2015. And it was a comprehensive win tonight by the mighty Cronulla Sharks, 36 points to 12 over the Cowboys in Townsville. And a lot to work on still, but a lot to be happy with that performance. They bombed 2 to 3 tries. They had a couple disallowed. The Cowboys' tries in particular were soft. So I thought there was a vast difference between the two teams tonight. Listening to Coach Fitzgibbon's presser afterwards, he wasn't feeling that. He thought it was quite a competitive game. I thought that with the exception of maybe when we had a one-man advantage, in fact, when they had 12 men on the field, we had 13. Probably the only time the Cowboys showed a lot of grit and heart, and we couldn't quite run away with the game at that point. But overall, I was pretty happy with that performance. In particular, the completion rate, 89%, 39 of 44 sets. That's always going to go a long way to win the game. 23 missed tackles, and that was the benchmark for what happened throughout the game. Just some really good, strong football and a very good team effort with some standouts as well. Here is how the game ran down and shook out to start with. The Sharks were making a lot of meters straight up the middle of the field. That was very obvious. They took the blueprint from the Manly Cowboys game last week. In the 8th minute, Cowboys broke some tackles and scored a try. Nico missed from the touchline, and it was 4-0 Sharks. Noticeable that Nico was goal kicking. 25th minute, Brayley try assist to Nikora. Close to the line, 10-0. Nico kicks the goal. The first error came after 26 minutes, and in the 28th minute, Sam Stonestreet had a kick defense error, and the Cowboys scored from that. I think that we can learn that it's much better to catch a ball in a traditional rugby league way than in the AFL way, but that's for another time. 30th minute, Nico to Will to Stonestreet, try, 14 points to 6. Nico kicks a beautiful kick from the sideline, 16 points to 6. And the 37th minute, one of the highlights of the game, Will Kennedy, which we'll talk about soon, with an amazing try save in the corner. 38th minute, a no try to Britton Nikora for an obstruction. Halftime 16-6 to the Sharks. 47th minute, Stonestreet with a line break after some great work from Nico Hines. Stonestreet is chased down, but then the player, Purdue, goes in the sin bin for 10 minutes. Straight from that, there is a BHU error. And then from the scrum, there's a penalty against us for not meeting the clock requirements. So a bit of a comedy of errors there. 55th minute, no try to Blake Brayley with some nice Trindle lead up. 58th minute, a Kennedy line break from a kick. Stonestreet again is run down, but they go left to Trindle to Teague. Try, 20 points to 6. Nico with another beautiful conversion from the sideline, 22 to 6. 62nd minute, Ronnie scores via Trindle and Kennedy with the assist, 26 to 6. Nico kicks the goal, 28 to 6. 68th minute, Trindle bombs a try from his own kick. 74th minute, Stonestreet scores from a Hines and Trindle co-assist kind of try, 32 points to 6. 76-minute Drinkwater gets a try in the middle of the field, 32 to 12. And the 78th minute, Nico with a try assist to Cale Iro, 36-12. Talakai misses the goal conversion, his 100th game, 36 points to 12, full-time Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Overall, looking at those stats, a very dominant performance. 55% possession, 89% completion rate, 11 line breaks to 0. 11. 7 offloads to 4. We ran for about 400 more metres. We missed 23 tackles to their 35. The penalties were 7 all. However, we had 6 reset starts to 1, and we made 8 errors. Kick meters, we kicked for about 200 more. So overall, winning the stats, winning the game quite easily, in my opinion. I thought, again, the scoreline did suggest that there was a difference between the two teams, and I thought, as I said earlier, it probably should have been a bigger score, particularly in that first half. So, this leads us to talking about some players. For the Sharks, of course. The man of the moment. We spoke about him all week. We had back and forths with people, arguing, toing and froing, umming and ahhing. Can we, can't we? Will Kennedy, one of our best yet again, ran for 100 metres, 1 line break, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, 1 try save at least. 2 great games in a row from Will Kennedy. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you stand now after 2 games. Again, keeping in mind, I'm not the president of the Will Kennedy fan club. I'm just calling it how I see it, and he's in really good form. Sam Stonestreet, 2 tries, ran for over 200 metres, busted 5 tackles. 1 try cause. Spoke about it before with the catching of the ball. I think he just needs to pay attention to how he's catching that ball. I know that's the more modern style that the young kids come through and they put their hands up. I don't like it. Let's get traditional. Let's catch the ball like a rugby league ball. However, I thought Stonestreet was improved yet again. I was surprised he was chased down with those 2 opportunities to score because he is the fastest guy in our team. However, that's how it went down. From one of those breaks, we scored. So, not the end of the world. But we do need to see him score those tries when he's in the free space that he often finds himself in. But again, Sam Stonestreet is young. I don't even think he's played 10 games, and he is learning on the go. Not a bad replacement for someone like Sione Katoa. Jesse Ramian, another strong game, backing up last week, 160 metres. He had 5 tackle busts, made 12 tackles, and heavily involved. Cale Iro, I thought, was terrific. 2 tries, over 100 run metres, 16 tackles, 12 tackle busts. 12! Craig Fitzgibbon said in the press conference the injury towards the end of the game was a niggle from last week, and he's not overly concerned about it. Ronaldo Mulitalo, a great game. 1 try, almost 200 run metres, 4 tackle busts, heavily involved. Our halves, I thought, both did well. They both improved on last week. They sort of came in and out of the games a little bit, so they're still working on that. Braden Trindle, 2 try assists, 2 line break assists, 11 tackles, kicked for 300 metres. Nico Hines, 3 line break assists, 1 try assist, kicked for 323 metres, made 19 tackles. So I think they both overall equaled each other in performance. It seemed at times one was more dominant over the other. It got the job done. Still a work in progress. Fanua Blake was what you expected. 130 metres, 19 tackles, no misses. Blake Brayley had good moments. He was injured a little bit throughout the game. Made 43 tackles, no misses. Ran 3 times for 20 metres. Oregon Kafusi, very workmanlike effort. The stats are not amazing. 22 tackles, 60 run metres. I'm not sure of his minutes that he played at the moment. Britton Nickera and Teague Wilton, I thought, were both great. Each scored a try. Each ran for about 80 metres. Each made about 25 to 30 tackles. I thought that they were dangerous when they had the ball. Cam McInnes got the Paul Green medal from Coach Fitzgibbon, and that was for things that happened on the field and off the field. He ran for about 100 metres, made 32 tackles, and he was his inspirational self. It was revealed in the press conference that a bunch of the guys had COVID. Another bunch of the guys had a type of influenza from the trip to Las Vegas. Whilst this was known to many people behind the scenes, they, of course, could not let that out during the week for lots of different reasons. Also, mainly because the coach would not want to see that as an excuse if they were to perform less than what they should. But thankfully, they played out of their skin, so they need to come home and rest up and get Souths in a week. But if you take into account that a whole bunch of them had either COVID or the flu, it's a very strong effort tonight. And Cam McInnes wasn't affected by that, but he led throughout the week off the field. Dan Atkinson ran for about 40 metres, made 7 tackles, was busy in the short stint when he was in the middle. Talakai in his 100th game, as we said, missed a goal, ran for about 65 metres, made 14 tackles. Braden Hamlin-Welly, he had one noticeable error, which the world heard and saw, and we're not excusing that. He needs to improve on that. He ran for 50 metres, made 7 tackles in a short stint. I think that he's continuing on week to week, getting back in his groove after having so many injuries. However, he does need to up the ante soon because some of the troops are coming back, including Toby Rudolph. With Tall Tom Hazelton missing the game through a back injury, which is short-term, possibly back next week. Tugu Haitapua played, and he was good. He made 50 metres, made 14 tackles, no misses in his stint in the middle of the field. It was great to see him out there, and he's only going to get better for that run. That's the lowdown on what happened tonight. I was impressed. It went better than I thought it would, given the fact that they travelled halfway around the world and then came back to Queensland, or North Queensland even, and also the fact that it was known behind the scenes that they were quite shaken up by illness. So great effort from the Sharks. They started off really well, and I thought that maybe that would decrease as the game went on due to the extreme heat up there. But as the coach and captain said in the press conference, it was actually hotter in Sydney than it was in North Queensland. Not to talk down the heat up there. Sharks win their first game of the year. They'll be home in the next 24 hours, and they can get ready for a reasonably normal week to play South Sydney 3 o'clock next Saturday. That is slightly less than 7 days to get ready, but they did have a good stint off after their game against the Panthers in Vegas. So I'm not too worried about the travel at the moment. We thought tonight that if they lost, it could have been because of the Vegas travel and that kind of thing. But at the moment, we're going to throw that out the window, thankfully, because tonight they performed out of their skin in a physical sense. It wasn't perfect, but they were very, very good given the conditions and given the circumstances. I don't think we can talk about that enough. Hey, this is SharkCast Pod. We love you listening and sometimes watching us. Really appreciate all the feedback we get from you guys and girls. Keep it coming. We got some mail we owe you. We realize that. We'll get to it. Bunch of episodes planned for next week already. Stick with us. We are SharkCast Pod. We love doing what we do. You can go to our website, sharkcast.com.au. It has all the episodes on there and a bunch of other info, and we're going to continue to ramp that up. So that can be your home if you like, because we realize that not everyone, and God bless those that don't, have social media. So we post a lot on Instagram, on Facebook, and on X. We post a little bit less on TikTok and Blue Sky. There might be some more I'm not thinking of. But we also realize that not everyone's on those platforms, but a lot of people have access to the website www.internetworld. So that was one of many reasons why we have sharkcast.com.au. You should subscribe to us on YouTube because everything we do goes to YouTube, including videos. It's free to subscribe. You just hit subscribe, follow, and it's there, and they let you know when we upload things. Same with Apple, same with Spotify, same with probably any platform you listen to us on audio podcasts. Subscribe, and you'll get the episodes as soon as they appear. And if you could give us likes and follows on those social media platforms that we mentioned, that would be incredible too. We got some reviews this week from people, which we get every now and then. You can review us on whatever platform you listen to us on, particularly Apple and Spotify, I believe. And also on our website, you can leave a review and it'll appear and we'll read it out. You can leave a voicemail on our website and we can play that on the show, providing there's no swearing. And there's lots of fun ways that you can stay in touch. You can be part of the show. We want you to be part of the show. SharkCast Pod. We're not going anywhere. In fact, we're going to be in your grill and we're going to up the ante ourselves. Just like BHU, we're going to up the ante in content. So stick with us. It's going to be an exciting year. There'll be more on that as the year develops. We can't wait to get into this week with South Sydney. We're going to do a lot more analysis on this game against the Cowboys. And we hope you're all doing well. We hope you're all doing as well as you can be. We want to send our love to our friend Mel and Tony. It's been a stressful, horrible couple of days for them, but we believe there's some good news there, which is incredible. So hopefully the boys in the black, white, and blue put a smile on your dial tonight, and you put a smile on our dial because we heard that there's some good news re the health status of your beautiful family. So anyone else doing it tough out there, we send our love and respect to you, but hopefully the majority of you are doing just fine. This is SharkCast Pod. We have every reason to play Up Cronulla, and you better believe we're going to play it right now. So play it loud, put your headphones on if you're going to wake someone up when you sing it. This is SharkCast Pod. Here comes the song. Do 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 do.
Up, Cronulla, the boys in the black, white, and blue. Up, Cronulla, name of the Sharks fit you. Sharks, Sharks, forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here.
SharkCast is supported by the best and most honest real estate agent in the Sutherland Shire, Jason Hawes from Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. He's an expert in the Caringbah region and has his eye all across the Shire. Lifelong Sharks fan and supporter of this podcast, if you're looking to buy or sell in the region, the person you need to be talking to is Jason Hawes from Cripps & Cripps Real Estate. Call him on 0410 417 450. That's 0410 417 450. Jason Hawes, Cripps & Cripps Real Estate.
Sharkies! Sharkies!
Fafita tries to crash his way over, he does! Fafita got the ball over the line!
And to all you people back in the Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.